In every programming languages, we have something called conditions. So basically condition is like more like a true or false scenario. So if something is true, we have to do something. If something is false, then we'll have to do something else. A typical condition look like this. We have if something is true, then we have to do something. If something is false, then we'll have to do something. Now what you have to understand that the condition is always in the true or false scenario. Now there are some programming guidelines which you should know. For example, we call these things here as parentheses. We have these things which we call as brackets, and we have these things which we call as braces. So make sure that you remember them very clearly. When I say use parentheses, we're going to use this. When I say use brackets, we're going to be using this. When I say use braces or flower braces or curly braces, we'll be using this one. So like I said, in conditions, usually it's with the true or false. For example, let's just say you have a if statement and then you are specifying an x. Now x could be anything. It could be 100, it could be 50, it could be 10. Now basically inside this if statement we are checking the question. So we are asking the question, is x lesser than 50? So if x is lesser than 50, then we have to do something. So if x is lesser than 50, then it will be true, so we'll do something. If it is false, then we'll do something. So basically everything goes with the true and false scenario. Some of the simple operations which you can see inside the JavaScript is operators. For example, if we check that a is equals to b, in our case, let's just say a is 10 and b is also 10, then we'll be checking like this. So if a is equal to b, so when you say equal to, we will not use a single equal sign, we'll be using a double equal sign, and then we'll have to do something here. So these are some of the basic operators which we'll be working with. So we have a is equal to b. Again, we have to use double equal to sign. Now after that, we have a is greater than b. And if something is not equal to each other, then we'll use the exclamatory mark over here. Now in JavaScript, we have another method of specifying the triple equal to sign. We'll get in deep about triple equal to sign in the further classes. You can always extend your condition. So for example, if something is true, you'll do this, but what if something is not true and you have to do something else? Then you can use the else statement here. So you can just type in if something is true, do this, else you can do something else. Nested condition is something where you can nest the different types of conditions available in your program. For example, if something is true, we'll do this, and inside that, if something else is true, then we're going to do something else nested inside. Then outside we can write the else statement. You can also specify else statement here, and this is how you can nest this statement inside. For example, we'll check if the username is true, then we're going to go inside and check for if username and password is true, and then we'll check out what is going on there. Else we'll go outside and write something else to do.